Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So we've reached a point that I am very excited about in the season. Now, for the Xfinity side of things, we're running our first full-time season, and we're doing a science experiment at the same time, where we're trying to limit our overall speed by severely limiting the options we have in our setup and really trying to make the car extremely tight and hard to make a good deal of speed on, and hoping that that will make the AI more competitive and have us fighting for top fives and tens rather than worrying about dominating races. But now this is sort of ramping that up even one more notch, because now we're getting our first hot seat offer from a Cup team. It is a 3-star Cup team, JTG Racing, and in the car, the 47 car, normally driven by AJ Allmendinger. The reason why this is so exciting is because it's at Martinsville. Martinsville is a place that we've dominated so far in the career mode. Whether we're in a 3-star, a 4-star, or a 5-star vehicle, it doesn't seem to matter. We are dominating at Martinsville, and I believe we've won every race. I could be wrong on that, but I know we've ran extremely well, and I believe we've won all of them. So this is going to be interesting because now we're going to be severely limiting our setup. Can we continue to dominate? Can we run well? Can we even get in the top 10? We'll find out the answers to those questions and more as we head to Martinsville. All right, now that we're at the racetrack, before we get into the race itself, I want to point out a couple of things. First is that we're actually not driving the 47 car. Once I got the track loaded and actually was attempting to run a couple of practice laps with the setup, I noticed some severe stuttering in the game. It was pretty bad, and I knew I didn't want to record and take the risk of all that happening during the recording, so I exited the game, got back in, and of course, as those of you who are familiar with the career mode know, that can a lot of times trigger you to get a different hot seat offer. So everything that you're going to see, the thumbnail for this and all that, is going to be with the AJ Allmendinger 47 car, but in reality, I believe it's actually the 23 car. And the reason why you're still going to see the 47 on everything is because basically I wasn't paying attention. I was so focused on getting back into the game and getting back to the track to get this thing going that I completely spaced out and forgot that it had changed until I'd already hit the button and we were at the track. So we're not going to worry too much about that, because really we're not going to see the car we're in until the very end of the race, really, when it's showing some replays and stuff. So and also in victory lane if we are fortunate enough to get there. But at the end of the race, you are going to notice we're in a different car than the 47, and I just wanted to let you know that's why and how that happened. Now, as far as the setup, I'm not going to go into a great deal of detail because I have been going into more detail in the last couple of videos since I started doing this. So here I'm just going to point out a few things that will definitely be different from race to race, and one of those is tire pressure settings. They will be different depending on the track we're at, and also the gear settings, which will obviously be different based on the track and the type of track in general that we're at. Here, I ran, I think, 2 timed practice laps, and then of course the qualifying lap, and it was not good. This thing is tight. I'm going to have to wait a long time to be able to get back to the throttle going through the corners, in particular coming off the corners. So we're going to see how this works out. It's definitely slowed me down quite a bit from where I was able to run with my own setup that I designed and released here on the channel for you guys. So this should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get this race started. All right, folks, here we go. I was going to try to get down to the bottom right there. We are green at Martinsville, and we started on the outside in 30th. And this is not a good thing for us because it may take a while. Oh, good gracious. It may take a while for us to get down. Oh, maybe not. Here we go. Can we stay down here? This setup is very tight. And I'm practically having to stop at mid-corner in order to get this thing to rotate and get back in the throttle. The good news is we got 65 laps to figure all this out, how to drive it, can we make up spots, all that kind of stuff. All right, we're here on the inside, and we made up a great total of 1 spot. Oh, appreciate that, Danica. Come right down on me. No problem. Yeah, any thoughts that you might have that we're going to make it through this race without making contact with a whole bunch of cars, yeah, just forget about that. That's pretty much impossible at Martinsville. These AI are not sure what in the world they're going to do at Martinsville, being around so many other cars. And usually it seems like their answer to that question is panic. If you don't know what to do, just panic. All right, decent progress so far. I mean, lap 5 of 65, we passed a few cars. It looks like we have something for them coming. Oh my goodness, why do you just keep coming down the track on me like that? I'm having a hard enough time getting this thing to turn as it is. There we go, and the 3 is all over the place. Boy, the 21 car is not handling well at all. Up on the curb a little bit, just trying to stay off of these other cars as much as I can. Luckily, the curb isn't quite as bad as it used to be in last year's game. So you can actually get up on it a little bit now, and it'll hurt your speed, obviously, but it really doesn't hurt the handling of the car a whole lot. All right, so our first goal, starting back in the field like this, is to get up to the top 20. And we're in 22nd place very early on in the race, so yeah, I'd say we stand a good chance there as we're... Let's see if we can get to the inside of Menard here. Nope, look at how he just dive bombs down to the inside, going into the corner. Wow. Trying to be as careful as I can. These guys are stopping on me on corner exit. It's like they can't get off the corner without hitting the outside wall. So to avoid hitting the outside wall, they basically stop and turn dead left. There we go. So we got clear of Keselowski. Drove it in way too deep there. We're going to try to get back to the inside.
Still there, he's outside.
Yeah, so far this setup is doing its job because I am severely limited in the speed I can carry through the corners trying to get this thing to rotate. I like it. Mission accomplished so far. We'll have to see how far up in through the field we can actually get. But so far we've made it to the top 20. And there's enough laps, I think we can get to the top 15 as well. And then the closer we get to the top 10, the more it's going to be about raw speed for us. Are we going to have enough speed to get up there and mix it up with the top guys unless they get into traffic? If they get into traffic, they don't handle that well, so we can catch them a lot easier.
Stay on the bottom. Easy, easy.
All right, trying to let this thing float a little bit more into the corner. And as much as possible, I'm trying to diamond the corner, meaning let the car drift up a little bit in the center of the corner off the bottom, just to help it rotate more without me having to give so much brake all the time. There we go, that was pretty good. I don't know how the lap time is going to be with that, but it felt really good. There we go, let it drift up a little bit higher. We're fortunate enough that we're in a spot on the track where we don't have anybody really around us. The closest people to us are in front of us. So the madness of the initial start of the race has sort of subsided a little bit. Cars are getting a little bit more strung out. And the more they do that, the better. Oh, good run there. We should be able to get to the inside of Suarez.
Steady.
See if we can hold it. Ouch. I think that was a bump.
Still a car out.
Not so much that he wanted to bump me, but I think that was him trying to stay off the wall.
Easy, easy.
All right, we can see 15 right in front of us. All right, here we go. There's the car we were supposed to be driving, the 47. All right, so we weren't quite able to stay with him. Another good run for us.
Still a car out there.
Ah, he comes right down the track on us. He's going to continue to get hit because there's no way I can miss him when he does that. Well, that is other than staying way off of him in the corners, and that's just no fun because we can't pass him like that. Yep, like that, where he just...
Inside still there.
Ah. Now that's got us all messed up.
Easy, easy.
Now's where I really need Allmendinger to stick to the bottom. Okay, never mind, we're good. The 24 just came on by, and that opened up the bottom lane for us again. All right, we have got to get by Allmendinger here. He is all over the place.
Still a car out there. Clear up top. Outside still there. All clear, all clear.
All right, so we got that done. See if we can get by Chase now.
Get to the bottom, get to the bottom. Hold your
Ran
line.
it all the way up the track there. All right, so now we made it to the top 15. So now the next question is, can we make it to the top 10? That was a good corner right there. A few more of those and we'll be in good shape. Oh, get on the gas, Junior.
Hold your line. All clear, driver.
All right, another spot down. Oh, my goodness, turn, car, turn. So now we're in 14th with our eyes on 13th. And we're coming up on halfway through the race. So I'm happy so far with our progress. Obviously, this tells us a couple of things. Number one, we will not be dominating this race and winning it going away, that's for sure. Because we are having to work extremely hard for all of these spots that we're gaining. It's not that we're just so much faster than them that we can just pull out and pass a handful of them, you know, every lap or so. All right, well, Murray had trouble getting off of that corner. We're going to try to take advantage. Ease it into the corner as much as I can. Keep it on the bottom and try to drag race him off the next corner. That seems to be my best bet with this setup, because I am not having any luck at all with driving it in deep. Because when I drive it in deep, the car goes way up the track like that, and I can't get it to rotate through the center. So officially halfway. You can see that once we pass these guys, looking in our mirror, we are definitely pulling away from them. Oh, Clint Boyer must have an issue here. This is not good at all. Yeah, he's definitely trying to get off the track. And that might very well be the easiest pass we'll make all day. Oh, way up the track again. Oh, Brad Keselowski has caught back up to us. We had passed him some time ago, so apparently he's been following us up through the field. All right, we're getting much closer to the top 10. All right, let's press A couple of times. You can see I'm trying to arc it into the corner a little bit more to help my exit. Just trying a bunch of different things to see what works best for. I'm not really paying any attention to the lap time because I've been around too many other cars. But basically just trying to look and see, am I pulling the guys behind me? Am I getting closer to the guys in front of me? You know, that type of thing is how I'm judging the success right now of the different things I'm trying. Ooh, way too far up the track there. Yeah, that didn't work. But the more I can arc it in, that will generally allow me to carry more speed through the center and then more speed on exit. All right, so they're getting closer in front of me. I can tell that through the windshield and also through the top left-hand corner on the leaderboard. So far so good there. All right, so we got some heavy traffic right in front of us, and we're far enough into the race that I'm not sure which ones of these guys are for position and which ones of these guys are lap cars. All right, you can see there's Cole Witt. He's a lap car. Oh, goodness. Here we go. Wow. All right, so we got pretty much chaos here. A small amount of it anyway. We had a spin. Ooh, Brad K gonna block us. All right, so that's brought the guys behind us right back to us. We had a nice little cushion behind us. We had started pulling back away from Keselowski. All right, Keselowski's going to continue to block us because he has finally made it up to the top 10. Like us, he started toward the back. All right, let's see what these guys are going to do. The carnage of Martinsville. All right, let's see if we can get to the inside of Bain and Keselowski in one corner. Well, we got there. Can we stay? Oh, hello. Almost got turned right into the wall. That would have been a very, very bad way to end our day. Our goal here is to finish, I think it's top 25, top 22, something like that. So we're definitely well on our way to that as we're now inside the top 10. The question will become, how far up can we get? Oh, watch out, Timmy Hill.
Clear low, stay low. Hold your line. Steady.
So lap 48
All clear.
of 65.
Outside, still there.
So we still got several laps to go. And we got some lap cars in front of us. So now I'm interested to know, where is the next car for position? Because I believe the two cars immediately in front of us are both lap cars. Oh, good run there. So Kennington should be disposed of right now. And Jeffrey Earnhardt will be next. With as much chaos as there is at Martinsville, I still really enjoy racing this track. Really enjoy this track.
Stay low. Easy. Third place.
All right, there we go. Nope. Tried to arc it in and carry more speed off and just could not do it. Car was way too tight to do that. All right, we got 13 laps to go. Drove it in way too deep there. I'm having a very hard time finding a rhythm with this setup because my brain keeps snapping back to how I would normally drive a car that I set up for this track, and that just does not work with this setup. All right, so Dylan is also a lap car. All right, I heard the spotter just tell me that I'm getting faster, so I assumed that was my fastest lap of the race. I have no idea what it was because I didn't have time to look. All right, 10 laps to go. I did hear him say that. Boy, look at all the black streaks in the corners. And if the smoke in front of me is any indication, these guys are not done wrecking just yet. All right, and finally we've made it to the next car for position. Hold on to it, Blaney. Because I see Kyle Busch up there in 8th. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get to him, but we've at least gotten to him to where we can at least see him. All right, and I believe, is that Martin Truex Jr. right in front of him? If so, it'd be really nice to catch both of those guys. We might be getting close to a possible top 5 if we can get there. And driving like that through the corner is not going to get us there. That was a clear example of the excitement of realizing there are cars to pass for position in front of us, and immediately the gas pedal goes to the floor. All right, they're in some traffic. I keep hoping that that's going to work in our favor and slow them down enough that we can make our way up to them. Yep, that's Truex. All right, so we're in 9th with a realistic chance to pick up, I'd say, at least 2 more spots. And if I'm, look out. And if I'm right, that should be Joey Logano for position as well. I mean, you can see if things go right for us here at the end of the race, these last few laps, we could get to the top 5. It's a long shot for sure. These guys have some pretty good speed though. All right, that's a good run off the corner there. We pick up one car. We'll pin Logano behind Busher. Now we're up to 8. Running out of laps though. All right, Truex. We're not going to quite get to him. Oh, look out. I see him sliding around in front. That looked to have been Kenseth. All right, so this is the last lap. All right, am I going to be able to make up anything? Can we get him? Ah, not quite. Not quite. We could have come home with the top 6 right there. We just needed a few more laps. A few more laps. Because I think the top 5 was in that group of cars that we were actually at the back of right there. Yeah, there's Hamlin and Kenseth. And of course, we know that Kyle Busch was in there as well. So yeah, there was enough cars there along with Truex that we could have, I think, gotten to a top 5. Maybe would have taken us maybe 5 or 6 more laps to pick up a few more spots there. But that was a lot of fun. The chaos of the AI aside, that was a lot of fun. Of course, now on the replay, you see that we're driving the 23 car instead of the 47. But yeah, overall, that was quite a bit of fun. Now what it tells me is I can actually back off the setup a little bit more, meaning that I can back off the restrictions a little bit more, rather, and let us go a little bit faster because we finished 8th. So there's room for improvement still without us dominating the race. So very good. That's very good information to have as we continue to move forward. Let's go ahead and let things run through. So a top 8 finish, and you can see we were only about 4 seconds off the lead. Let's let it run back around to the top again. Clint Boyer did not have a good day. Yeah, so 4 or 5 seconds to the leader. So a very good run by us. That's something I am definitely happy with. So Kevin Harvick, fastest lap, 19.6. I have no idea how far away from that we were. All right, so we got the On the Move trophy. Started 30th, finished up 8th. We will definitely take that. That was a very good run for us, and learned a lot about the setup that we can look forward to using in the future once we get to the Cup Series, as well as the setup we can use for the Xfinity car. All right, nice job with that top 22 finish today. We'll keep you in mind for a ride next season, and that is BK Racing. All right, good. I like it. All right, so we made some more money. We got some more fans. All is going well. And let's see. All right, so we've got our next incentive contract to choose. Let's see. Qualified top 10. Nope, we got pretty much no shot of that happening. Top 5s and wins. I don't want to go with this one. And I know we can't qualify top 10 at 3 of the next 5 tracks. In fact, we'll be lucky to qualify top 10 at any of the tracks, as messed up as the qualifying is for the AI in this game. So we're going to go with the challenging and go for top 5s and a couple of wins. Not that it matters a whole lot, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, so next up is going to be Texas, another 1.5 mile track, and another chance for us to tweak on our new setup and our new adjustments that we're going to make, and just trying to make the AI racing better. So that's going to do it for now. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more of our playthrough of career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2.